I didn't know we were still going through the black magic.
Yeah, there's no other way I can do it.
Okay.
I ordered.
Okay.
Oh!
Something?
Oh, we got it. We're live.
Perfect.
We're in.
What did you do there? Just reestablish the channel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now I gotta play some. Check.
Something there.
That do it that time?
Yeah.
File. Whoa. That's it.
Don't touch it.
And let me mute us back off.
Oh, yeah.
again.
Let's talk to the folks. Well, we're back for the third period. It appears that our sound has been restored thanks to the long-term work of Brian Mitchell there. He finally found a way, and that's what it's about, right? We did find a way to get you both dimensions of the broadcast here. It's 5-0 Peters Township. If you've been watching, you can see what's going on. And, of course, thanks to the helpful bottom line ticker, you knew what the score was. But here we are now. We're able to talk to you, and I'm able to tell you that Mark Lehman has a couple of goals. John Camp has one. Dylan McElhaney has one. Drew Wilbert has one for Peters Township, and Alex Wilbert has been flawless so far in net. But it's been I don't want to call it a clinic, but it's been a pretty comprehensive effort so far through 34 minutes by the Indians, and Rick Tingle's team now in pursuit of that 9th win on the year. If they do hold on to win this game in regulation, they will have just 1 point between them and Seneca Valley for third place. So stakes are pretty high, and as I said a couple of times, even though the folks on YouTube couldn't hear it, it's a situation where Peters Township hasn't played that many games in the second half, which means they have a couple in hand on most teams they're going up against here.
Oh, absolutely, and I'll want to just lead off by saying I apologize. We're working on a lot of stuff to try to get you back on with audio. The camera was all over the place because I was working on one thing and then they would go someplace else. We're there, guys, and I hope it never has to happen again, but let's do this. Yeah, Peters Township coming out looking like they're a little bit well rested from that little bit of a break. Of course, they had all the tournaments that they were in, but a lot of teams are doing that too, so, and especially in the AAA level.
Right, you mentioned the tournaments. We had the All-Star game for some members of these two teams. PT had 6 representatives in the AAA All-Star Classic, and Seneca Valley had 2. So here are the Raiders now. They've given up now 12 goals in their last 5 periods. I don't know when's the last time you could say that about an Anthony Rako coached Raiders team, but they can try to use this third period maybe to get some equilibrium back and find their balance, find their game again. They're probably not going to win this one or make it particularly close, but they can play better here in the third. I know that's going to be the goal. And for the Indians, too, they want to make sure they don't use the large margin at this moment to excuse a sloppy third period. As they get ready, I haven't mentioned this one yet, Mitch. PT plays tomorrow, a back-to-back situation, rare in PIHL hockey. But due to the postponed game last Tuesday because of the Seth Hanna injury against Cannon Mac, the two South Hills rivals, PT and Cannon Mac, will play tomorrow right here at 6:40 time.
Yeah, we won't be there for that one. I no offense to either team. Like I said, I did 2 games on Friday, 2 games on Saturday, 4 games on Sunday, 2
Excuse you, at least.
I think I need a break
further action.
So.
Well, here's the lifted pass ahead for Ryder Mertens. Mertens a deke to the forehand, but it just slipped away from his grasp. And Cole Hoffman now in his second period of action in relief here, makes that stop, if you want to call it that. You and I will be in action on Friday night at the Alpha Ice Complex.
Yeah,
let's not forget that as we delve into ACHA, college club hockey.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time. The Battle of the Berg, if you will.
Duquesne and Pitt. Oh, there we go.
John Camp wide open in front, 6-0 Peters Township. 15 left in this game. You could easily say now, I was going to say regulation, but I think the game's going to be over in 15:50. It's 6-0. The deflected shot from out by the point came right to Camp, and he'll never have an easier goal than that. He could have dusted it off a couple of times and brushed it in. Caden Slavin got that through, and it hit a leg and hopped in. Off the stick of Camp. So Camp now has 8 goals in 10 games, and the 10th game's not even over yet. This reminds me of last year. It's actually kind of scary, where he had a part-time season, just barely got enough games to be eligible for the postseason last year, did John Camp, and now as a junior, he's doing a similar thing here. The points per game off the charts, 11 now in 10 games, and the goals per game especially. Outstanding. So it's 6-0. PT gets another one. It's 4th goal at even strength. Drew Wilbert to Camp, looking for the hat trick off the glove of Hoffman, and it hops over to his teammate Phillips. Couldn't clear it past Camp, though. Backhand play from Davis, finds Albert at center. Slavin gets the secondary assist on that goal from Camp. Camp's offside here on the pass from Caden Slavin. So we'll bring it to a stop here with 15:01 left in the third. So Seneca Valley will look ahead to next Thursday. No games for the Raiders for 9 days. And they'll be hosting Mount Lebo, which we'll see in the second half of tonight's Berg Hockey Live doubleheader. You'll be able to watch right here on the Pittsburgh Hockey Digest YouTube page. McElhaney will relay this through center. It's off of Foltz's stick. Zakin looks on as it's slugged into the offensive zone for Seneca Valley by Cohen Belsterling, the freshman standout. Belsterling takes this after Spokane checked McElhaney hard. Belsterling's wrister sails wide of the net to the left. Foltz now knocks down Robbie Henn. There's two goes against two for the second time in this game. Zakin will push it behind his own net, and it's taken on there by Drew Zawacki. Zawacki to the point. Rabel hopping one into the slot. Zawacki one hand on his stick, but he was successfully fended off by Aiden Alexander. McElhaney will cruise in over the offensive blue line. He scored from there in the first period, not this time. Pad save by Hoffman. Zakin centered, couldn't turn it, but Bush will be there on the overlap to keep it alive. Bush to McElhaney in behind the Seneca Valley net. 6-0 Peters Township. 13:47 to go in the third period and ticking. Raiders burst out of the pack with the puck, and here's Ferguson at center. Ferguson bumped into by Zawacki. And it's a massive scrum now. Far side half wall, neutral zone. Ferguson lost control of that puck. It's Bell wristing, and Wilbert blockered it to the corner. Almost missed that shot, actually. It carried him down off his blocker. You don't often see that. Christian Biscardo helps win possession back for Peters Township. And this will be an icing call against the Indians. Face-off coming up in the offensive zone. Peters Township maybe trying to make it a seventh here. Biscardo dropping it off. Dabkowski shot it, and it went over the crossbar. Gavin Dabkowski, Jr., in his first year at varsity, has a goal and a couple of assists this year. This is Barrett pushing this one deep. Neff ran into some trouble there in the form of Dabkowski, so he'll back it out and try this near wing side, and it works. Kovac rips this pass up there. A little bit of a rodeo with Gulen of Peters Township. Indians end up with it, but make anything happen from that. You're looking at Adam Hoffman, who's shown good wheels in this game. A confident young man stick handling the puck from the blue line. Frazier. And here's Mertens off to Mark Lehman. 2 goals in this game. Lehman has Eric Wilbert with him. Lehman with a dangle past a man. Right in the net up. And Mertens a little slow that rebound. Eric Wilbert got the first chance. Again, Lehman does well to create some offense. .11:52 left in the third period. Coming up for PT, after tomorrow's game, which is officially a road game, although it'll be on home ice. Hold on here as Davis shoots. Blocker saved by Wilbert. They'll be at Upper St. Clair. That'll be a tough matchup next Monday. One to watch for sure. Upper St. Clair in second place in Class AAA with 23 points. But with a win today, PT will be within 5 of the Panthers with a game in hand. Mertens keeps it moving forward, and it's an odd man rush. Eric Wilbert has Lehman with him. Over to Lehman, puts it in. It was a bouncing pass, and he banged it in off the crossbar. It's a hat trick. Tip your cap to Mark Lehman, the senior, gets it done. I'm not sure how he got enough of that puck and was able to guide that into the net, just barely over the shoulder of Cole Hoffman, and down and in off the crossbar. 7-0 Peters Township. Eric Wilbert gets the primary assist, and Lehman is now just one shy of the league lead in goal scoring with his 18th of the year. 18 and now game number 14 for the Tribe. Drew Wilbert out there with Slavin and John Camp. Drew Wilbert pulls it away from a couple of Raiders, gave it to Camp. Oh, nearly dueling hat tricks, but I think he hit the outside of the net with that one-timer. He was going across his body that close, and Camp is having a laugh with Drew Wilbert now, as if to say, I should have had that. And Wilbert, an outstanding way to protect that puck. Another big night for the Wilbert quadruplets, all of whom have played in this game, by the way, counting Katie Wilbert. Saw some shifts early. Haven't seen her in a while, though. Checking to see, yes, she still is on the bench. C.J. Phillips cracking off the sideboards. Back to retrieve is Clayton Blucher. Blucher over to Neff, and Neff, the sophomore defenseman, couldn't get that past the blue line. However, the Indians are offside, looking to force it right back in. 9:48 left in the third period, and the mercy rule pertaining to the clock has been triggered. It's a running clock now, and a 7-goal spread. Second time in 2 home games the Indians have done that. Zakin now just missing, shooting against the grain from the left wing. PT won 13-1 against Butler in the last game before the holiday break. I believe that was December 16th. That was the night Katie Wilbert had 2 goals and an assist, and all three Wilbert skaters, I should say, ended up on the score sheet on the same goal. It was Katie from Eric and Drew, if memory serves.
Yes, it was.
I'll never forget that. I'll say that much. Kovac couldn't take this lead pass off the side, and Wilbert hangs on. You might say, why get the stoppage? But there really is no stoppage now with the time running out, regardless of whether the puck is in play. So no real concern about rust for the Indians tonight. They've scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, now 2 more here in the third. Dabkowski tries to round the goal, and there is Katie Wilbert, as if on cue, getting back out there. Hunter Ferguson got all that slapper, but he missed. Now Bush shoots with a half lined up. That's redirected in back of the net. Katie Wilbert will center it, then she's knocked down by Andrew Davis. Didn't appear to be anything malicious. Davis just protecting his netminder. Dabkowski gets in there to say something, and now he and Robbie Henn are having a chat.
Sounds good.
Defensive zone draw for Seneca Valley. Time continues to melt away. 7.5 left. Coming up around 9 o'clock, we'll have the second of our double feature tonight. It'll be myself and Brian Mitchell on the call again, as we'll see Cannon Mack attempt to defend home ice against the invading Blue Devils of Mount Lebo. Mount Lebo trying to stay in the playoff race. Well, they're in the race, no doubt about that, but trying to stay in playoff position. Now Katie Wilbert bumps Neff behind the net and had a couple for Neff. So there's still some drama left in this one, maybe. Ferguson shooting, that was blocked. Brace centered a wrister, and it's rejected by C.J. Phillips in the high slot. Bush busting it back to get there in time. Ferguson wanted to find Katie Wilbert at center, but could not. Time for a line change for the Tribe. Phillips hands off. Neff behind his goal. Belsterling couldn't escape. Christian Biscardo with that long reach. Broke it up. Mertens looked for Slavin, then instead decided to dump in. Russell will redirect this one ahead for Seneca Valley, and Barrett back for it for Peters Township. Owen Barrett, the top scorer among defensemen in this game. He's got 10 points on the year. Now Viscardo rips one, tried to skate left and shoot right, but did not fool the glove hand of Cole Hoffman. Mertens trying to make a play behind the net. Ryder Mertens, the freshman, was checked from behind. It's a cross check against Seneca Valley. So the 9th grader draws the call. And it goes against Adam Hoffman. Hoffman fires his stick in frustration. Clock now stopped with 5:52 left in the third period on the penalty call. Zakin reaches in and won it back cleanly to Owen Barrett. McElhaney cross rink. Aiden Alexander sets up shot. A deflected pass behind the net. Raiders can't clear. Alexander held and it's Zakin. Back to Alexander. A rip shot rejected by Henn. Henn will clear it himself right through the legs of Alexander near the blue line. Zakin ready to take this one back. Up ice. Zakin a one-man break out there. Left it behind, but Foltz helps out. Seneca Valley settles into its penalty-killing box. Alexander down low, too hot to handle, too high to handle, really, for McElhaney. McElhaney has an open man. Barrett breaking in, couldn't control that puck. He had an opportunity to shoot quickly, but the first touch betrayed him. Under 5 to play in this third period. McElhaney will shoot off the glove of Hoffman. Came right back to McElhaney, but he's too deep to get another shot away. Relays to Alexander, back to Dylan McElhaney. Barrett lines one up, and he's stopped. And nothing further. 4:30 and ticking. 2 in the third. Looking ahead for the Seneca Valley Raiders, who will remain in third place, at least for now, in the AAA standings. I mentioned Mount Lebo coming up next week. They're right back here at Princescape in 2 weeks' time to take on Cannon Mac. And here's a look now shorthanded for the Raiders. Nicholas looking to go back to Spokane. If he could have gotten it through, Spokane was wide open. And we have a penalty coming back the other way, I think. A roughing call against Peters Township. Noah Nicholas drew it after he was smeared into the wall by a couple of Indians. Clock stops again for the penalty. Roughing the call against Gavin Dabkowski of Peters Township. So PT looks like they're going to finish the night 1 for 5 on the power play. Lehman had the power play goal. Jake Bush, hard high one, gets the puck out of the zone. And I think Jake thought the Indians were shorthanded. Yes, he's shaking his head because he iced that puck with really no regard for consequences. Of course, now the Indians want to protect that goose egg on the board for Alex Wilbert. The Indians only have 1 clean sheet on the season. That was turned in by Joey Nelson, one of 4 goalies to play this year for Rick Tingle's team. Alex Wilbert looking for his first of the season. Last year took him a while to get his first. Mertens burrows in below the goal line. Bush, 4-on-4 situation right now for the next 15 seconds. Kovac takes it back for Seneca Valley. Tyler Tappy lost control. Mertens doubling back. Mertens finds Slavin. It's a shorthanded chance now for the Indians, but Slavin didn't want to take the shot. Didn't want to risk a rebound and a big one to lead to a counterattack, so he put it into the corner. Here's Phillips, though, nearly dispossessed by Slavin. 1:44 left on the power play for Seneca Valley. Yes, the power plays last longer technically on the scoreboard when it's a running clock. Ferguson twisted and spun around on the check from Frazier. Then Frazier came up high on Mertens, and that'll be another penalty back against the Raiders. Roughing. And I believe that was Dylan Frazier. Yes, he's headed off as he scoots by the Seneca Valley bench. So the Indians might get power play on the back end here. Yes, they will, barring any further penalties. And a 7-0 Peters Township advantage. About to be the second such running clock blowout win for the Indians on the year at home. One against Butler. That's of its own breed. A 12-goal win against the Golden Tornado. This one was 3-0 after 1, 5-0 after 2. This is icing in a 4-on-4 situation against the Raiders. Well, we're crawling to the finish line in this one. Not the most free-flowing third period. Perhaps some focus starting to wane, understandably so. I was going over the Seneca Valley schedule down the stretch here. Just 4 games left for the Raiders. Shot from Neff, gobbled up by Alex Wilbert. So Mount Lebo next week, at Cannon Mac right here in 2 weeks. And then they'll finish the season with 2 games in 6 days. Cathedral Prep at home and Central Catholic on the road. The last place Vikings will be the final opponent of the season for Seneca Valley. Looks like it'll be another playoff berth for Anthony Rako and his Raiders. And we have one more penalty coming up, interference. This against Chris Belt. Interfered off the draw. It's now a 4-on-3 power play for Peters Township. And it's about to be a 5-on-3. Caden Slavin just hacks it ahead for PT. Alex Neff drives it deep. Eulin winding it up. Debkowski's out of the box. Katie Wilbert's on the ice. It's a 5-on-3 power play to finish this game for the Indians. Katie to the middle. Caden Slavin couldn't tap it past the defending Michael Spokane. Still playing hard. Spokane working 1 versus 4 in the offensive zone. Down to 31 seconds, or 37 seconds, pardon me, to go in the third period. Offside against the Indians. And we'll get probably one more face-off, and that'll be it in this one. Change for the Raiders. Running clock down to 20. Slavin with Sennert and Katie Wilbert up front. 10 seconds to go in the third period. Neff at least force it into the offensive zone. Nicholas will push it ahead. Slavin gets rid of it, and the Indians win. Indians win 7-0. The result gained at home. Now PT 6-2 on home ice, 9-5 overall with no overtime losses. The Tribe moves to 18 points in the standings, now just 1 back of the Seneca Valley Raiders for third. And they are tied with their South Hills rivals, the Cannon McMillan Big Macs, who will take the ice next in our Berg Hockey Live doubleheader. So 2 goals apiece for John Camp and Mark Lehman had a hat trick. John Camp had 2 goals. And also Drew Wilbert and Dylan McElhaney on the board for Peters Township tonight. And Alex Wilbert picks up his first shutout of his senior season in his 7th appearance. That's it for this one. Keep it here on the YouTube page, though, if you're interested in our second game of the doubleheader. Cannon Mac hosting Mount Lebo coming up in about 15 to 20 minutes' time right here from Cape